What's going on, everyone? This is Vulgars here, and welcome to this week's Tip Tuesday. This week, we're going to be working in Adobe After Effects, and I'm going to do this tip based off of something that I uploaded yesterday, and that was my first ever Modern Warfare 3 edit. I apologize, I could have done it a little bit better. The sound was not as synced as it should have been. I think it was something with YouTube, because the raw file on my computer, it looks fine, and then when it's on YouTube, it's not synced correctly. So I apologize about that. And also my lack of time. I started it, what did I say, like 7 o'clock, and then I think I ended it right about 1 in the morning or so. So I really didn't have an incredible amount of time to finish it. You know, not to mention that after editing for a couple hours, it's, you know, it's hard to, like, it's kind of, I guess, kind of a pain, like, just doing the same thing for a couple hours. So, anyway, this is like 26 seconds. This is like the first segment of the montage, as you can see. This is like my favorite part right here, when it goes right here, when it's like most anticipated game or something like that. I think that's pretty cool. Right there. That's my favorite part of the whole entire montage. And today I'm going to show you how I do those screen shakes like you see now. Many of you know, like right here, how the screen shakes. I added this crop, you can choose to do that if you want. I did not do this by hand. I used a thing called the Wiggler, and you can just do this by going View and then, or Window, and then you can just select the Wiggler. Right here, mine's on the side, right down here. For this I used between a 20 frequency and a 30 frequency, and a magnitude between 15 and 30, I believe. So, let me just show you what I mean by that. So, with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide where I want to start the wiggling. Now, wiggling can either mean the smooth wiggle or the jagged. Now the smooth being the same thing as if you were to do this. Hold an Alt and click position, and you can type in wiggle and do all that. I already did a tutorial on that, so I'm not going to do it again. But the smooth wiggle is almost the same thing as this, except now you have the option to jagged. And when you're doing wiggles at such a high frequency and such a high magnitude, if it's smooth or jagged, it doesn't really matter, but if you're doing something, you'll kind of start to notice a difference. There are slight differences, but for this I'm just going to select jagged. Now, in order to do this, what you must do is, let me just undo that, okay. You must select a point where we want the wiggling to start, so keyframe position, and then go to where you want it to stop, and then keyframe position, I'll just do it right here, keyframe position again, and then go somewhere in between that. Make sure you select the track layer and the position and the, like, what you want to alter. You know, you can make the scale wiggle so it will go in and out of the scale. Same deal with rotation, opacity. What you're going to do is you're then going to go your frequency, and I'm just going to do 20, and I'm going to put my magnitude at 20 also. I'm then going to select apply, and now it's just going to wiggle it at 20, 20. And there is one more thing I'm going to show you about this. That is pretty key when you're doing this effect, if you notice. Give it a second. There you go. So it's wiggling, and you can put a black background behind this if you want, or you can just zoom in the scale. That way it never goes out of the actual frame. And then one more thing. Say you wanted to start wiggling again right here after you get the shot, and then you want to stop it again right here. You can't just do the wiggler again, and I'll show you. You can't just do this again, otherwise this will happen. So say I select apply, then it'll cover all the keyframes between these two. So you can't do that. What you must do is you must split the clip into two, and I'd recommend that you pre-comp when you're done with this. Like, what I would do is I would apply my color correction first, which I usually do last, but for this I did first. Then I would do all the wiggling, and then after that I would do all the other effects I added. So the wiggling was all in one pre-comp, so that way it was easy for me just to apply the effects to the one pre-comp as opposed to each individual layer. Or you can also use adjustment layers for some effects, so keep that in mind. But to split a clip, what you can do is you can just select the spot where you want to split it, and then make sure you select the clip and hit Control Shift and then D, and that's going to separate into two. And then what I can do now is minimize this layer right here, then expand this layer, and then just make sure that you delete all of these right here. That way there's no keyframes before this, no keyframes after that. Go in between it and then hit apply again, and you will notice that it's wiggling, it stops where you want it to, and then it starts again where you want it to. Pretty simple. And then to pre-comp, all you have to do is just click on the first one, hold in shift, click on the last one, or you can just highlight them, and then you can go to layer, pre-compose, name this whatever you want. And there you go. Now you have one layer for both these layers. To edit those layers again, just double click it. Now you're opening the pre-comp. Click on this again. You're right back to the composition you were at before. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say in this. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Tip Tuesday. Hope you guys are enjoying Modern Warfare 3. I'll probably end up picking up a copy of that myself and checking it out maybe sometime later this week. And until then, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my first and my latest Modern Warfare 3 montage. It's pretty simple, pretty good. I like it. Some of you may not. Definitely check it out. It's on my channel. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And until next Tuesday, I will see you later.